Hi everyone, I hope you have all been well. Uh, this is a new video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Faith. I've realized that I usually don't say my name in most videos and people wonder what's her name. So my name is Faith and welcome back to my channel, Money Smart Kenya. So today we are going to discuss the last topic of the money principles, which is what we've been looking at over the last 2 weeks. So if you're a new member and you have no idea what it is that I'm talking about, please refer to previous videos and just catch up and know what we're discussing. So the last money principle, which is spending, is usually the most interesting and the one that gives people the most challenge. So many people, myself included, usually ask themselves, how do they spend? How do they tame their spending? Because spending is so easy. It's not like the other aspects of money where you need to put in a lot of effort in terms of saving and budgeting. Spending is so easy. Once you go out there with money, you can always find something to spend on, and which is the basis of this video, because you're not really supposed to be spending anyhowly or on impulse, or if you want to. So I'd just like to get feedback and know, how do you guys usually spend? What tames your spending? What influences your spending on a day-to-day? What strategies have you put in place to ensure that you only spend what is expected of you? So for me, this is a big learning lesson, and it's just one of those areas that I constantly have to deal with, struggle with. I'm just learning how to be better at it. So some of my tips which are helping me to be a better spender include the following. So the first thing is, I stick to my budget. I set out a budget, I have to stick to it. So if I say amount X goes to this sort of thing, then it has to be that. It cannot be more than that. If it is less, the better for me. Then it opens a window for me to be spontaneous. But other than that, I cannot exceed my budget in any given area. The second thing that I do, which is really important and that has helped me, is that I track my spending. Now, there are so many applications on Google Store or on App Store that can help you to track your spending. So the one that I use is called Spending. If I'm able to get a picture of it, I will insert it. But if you have access to the App Store, just go and look for an application called Spending. So basically, as I was saying, after any point after I spend money, I have to go to the application and include the amount as an expert. Anytime I get money, so money can be in form of a salary, can be in form of an allowance, can be in form of a gift, I also update on the spending tracker. So the spending tracker is not just for whatever is going out, it's also for what is coming in, and really it gives you the discipline to know that anything you spend on or anything you receive has to be recorded. The third thing that I do is that I have a list of everything that I'm supposed to buy. For example, if I need to go to the supermarket, I have a list of everything that I know I need to buy that particular day, rather than going without a list and I'll be tempted to buy other things, not really because I want to waste, but because I'll keep asking myself, do I have this in the house? Is this still there? So to avoid that, questioning myself and end up buying things that I actually have in the house, I have a list to basically deal with that. So that is a very good tip. Every time you're going out to buy items, please make sure that you have a shopping list that you should strictly adhere to. The other thing that I do, and I know most people hustle and struggle with, is I do a lot of impulse buying. I really don't know where to start with impulse buying, and well, I've really controlled it. It used to be so bad during my days in campus, where it was like it was sort of like every time you leave school and you're going home, you end up spending. So of course, when you're in campus, one of the things that you like spending on as a lady is clothes. So most of the time after leaving campus, I'd always pass by, say, a market and look for clothes. So impulse buying was just on another level. However, I've been able to tame that. I'm able to sort of say that I have that under control. So guys, one thing that you need to avoid in order to have your spending in check is to avoid impulse buying. The other trick that you can use, especially if you know you struggle with impulse buying, and this will really work for you, is only have the specific and exact amount of money that you need in a day. So if you know every day you usually spend 500 shillings, just carry 500 shillings. Well, I know that at times emergencies happen, and something might happen and you don't know what to do. So to be on the safer side, you can do, say, an extra 100 shillings or an extra 200 shillings, but don't carry all of your salary in your purse every other day and expect not to impulse buy. Of course you will be tempted because you think you have money, so make sure you only carry the amount of money that you need. Now, I know this is not a foolproof idea, because in Kenya, one of the things that has really been able to penetrate the market is use of mobile money. So some people might say they're going to leave their cash at home, so leave their purses in the house and just carry what is needed for the day. But then again, they might end up spending more because they have access to M-Pesa. So if you want to tame that, if you want to have really that financial discipline to know only to spend when is needed, then you need to also look at your M-Pesa. How do you spend your money in M-Pesa? Are you going to be tempted to spend that money? If that is the case, then you could probably either lock it in the M-Shwari account, which means that that money is not easily accessible, or you could just avoid having money in M-Pesa. Yeah, that is also a tip for not spending. So basically, those are the tips for me when it comes to spending. As I said, the video will be really short because this is not an area that I'm really perfect at, but it's an area that most people are struggling with. They're really good at making budgets, they're really good at saving, but then whatever it is that they're left with to spend, they don't spend it well, such that they go back to their savings and withdraw, which beats the whole purpose of the whole process. So guys, I'd just like to know, how do you deal with this? How have you been able to tame your spending over years? Do you think you're getting better at it, or you're getting worse? And what kind of strategies have you been able to learn along the way that would be useful to other subscribers and other members or your friends out there? So if you have anything that I haven't mentioned in this particular video, please give your feedback, and I'll be able to share with the rest of the members, or rather they'll be able to read in the comment section. So the last thing is just to remind those guys who are doing the 52 weeks challenge, remember this is the 6th week of the year, therefore we are saving 600 shillings. Make sure you save your 600 shillings, and we'll meet at the end of the year to see how the 52 weeks challenge was. Other than that, thank you so much for your time. Share this kind of content and to your friends and people that this is going to help, because I've realized there are guys out there who really don't know basic financial literacy. They don't know how to spend, they don't know where to start when it comes to spending. They spend haphazardly and constantly have this argument of, oh, they don't know why they never have money, or they just wonder, and some people even go to an extent of thinking that it is something beyond their control, or they were bewitched, but it's just simple knowing, simple financial knowledge and being disciplined. So yeah, share this channel to your friends and page, and just write back your feedback. And I'm really just trying to work on getting a place where I'll be shooting my videos. That is still a challenge. That's why my background keeps changing. Like today I'm shooting from outside, and as you can hear, there's a bit of noise. My apologies for that. Hopefully I'll be able to get a permanent place where I'll be shooting the videos, and hopefully just improve on the whole quality of the videos. So thank you so much for watching, and have yourselves a lovely week, and I'll see you next week.